Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now back in May I did a video predicting the full driver lineup of the F1 2019 season, and so today we will be reacting to those predictions and seeing how many of them I got correct and how many that I got wrong. And so we will start off with Mercedes, and I predicted that they would keep with Lewis Hamilton and with Valtteri Bottas, and that indeed was a reality with them staying with their lineup of Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton. And so now on to Ferrari now, and I predicted that they would keep with Sebastian Vettel but that they would get Daniel Ricciardo as their second driver. But as we know, that has not happened, and instead it's a lineup of Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc, and that is quite an exciting lineup. But now on to Red Bull, and I predicted that it would be Max Verstappen with Carlos Sainz, and obviously that has not happened, and it's been Pierre Gasly instead of Sainz who has gone to Red Bull. And now on to Renault, I predicted that it would be Nico Hülkenberg alongside Fernando Alonso, but obviously he's retired, so that has not happened, and instead, as we know, it's Daniel Ricciardo who moved to Renault, which was announced in the summer. Now on to McLaren, I predicted it would be Stoffel Vandoorne alongside Lando Norris, but obviously Stoffel Vandoorne is no longer in F1, and instead it is Carlos Sainz who is alongside Lando Norris for the 2019 season. And now on to Sauber, and I predicted a lineup of Marcus Ericsson and Tatiana Calderon, which neither of those two drivers will be driving for Sauber next season. It's going to be Kimi Raikkonen and Antonio Giovinazzi, so maybe a bit of a bold prediction there, putting in a female driver into the lineup, but maybe in the near future that could happen in F1. So on to the next team now, and that is Haas, and I predicted a lineup of Kevin Magnussen and Charles Leclerc, but obviously he has gone to Ferrari, so the Haas team will keep with their lineup of Kevin Magnussen and Romain Grosjean, which is probably the safest option for them. I mean, it's two very experienced drivers and very solid ones as well. But now moving on to the Williams team, I predicted that they'd have a lineup of Lance Stroll and Nick De Vries, but obviously both of these predictions are wrong, as the lineup is going to be Robert Kubica and George Russell, and very interesting for the return of Kubica, and nice to see how George Russell will get on his debut as well. And now moving on to Toro Rosso, and I predicted a lineup of Pierre Gasly and Pascal Wehrlein for the team for 2019, but obviously neither of those are correct, with the return of Daniel Kvyat and a new debutant in Alexander Albon, and that's going to be quite interesting to see how that unfolds. And let's move on to the final team, which of course is Force India, or of course Racing Point if you want to call them that, but I predicted that their lineup would be Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon, which has not happened for Esteban Ocon, and instead it's been Lance Stroll who is now the second driver for the team. So that now concludes my reaction to my predictions of the F1 2019 driver lineups, and now after looking at it, I managed to get 8 drivers correct, which there's definitely room for improvement with getting 12 incorrect. And if you do want me to try again for the 2020 season, then do let me know down in the comments below, and once the season starts going, then I will make sure to make my predictions, and stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, if you have enjoyed this video, then do leave a like, share the video around, and subscribe to the channel to see more videos on F1 2018 as well as more of these prediction videos. And so I will see you next time for another video, and goodbye.